What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Barbados Walker. We are currently coming out of a free parking lot in Bridgetown, and we are going to be driving from here all the way to beautiful Skymall. So first of all, on our right is one way, so we have to turn left and then we'll go around. In order to get to Skymall, there are many ways we can do it. I will probably not follow the shortest route because I don't know the shortest route. So I will just follow a route. And when we get to Skymall, I will rejoice. Right now, in front of us and to our right is the Golden Square Freedom Park. I've made a video on the Golden Square Freedom Park. It's a really amazing place. You guys should check it out. It has a lot of the history of Barbados there. When you go to this place on my right hand side now, the Golden Square Freedom Park, and you read about what Barbados and Barbadians had to go through before they could get this country as their own, to have the right to live as a full citizen, not a second-class citizen of this great nation. Oh, you will respect the labors of the heroes past. It's a very nice story. I wish somebody could put it together and make like a movie about it. Because you see, even though we want to say, oh, the children don't read, people don't study history, and so on and so forth, the truth remains that if you put something in a film, video format, movie format, more people are going to learn about it. In fact, it is so true that even if you put the wrong thing in a video format, people are going to learn the wrong thing and believe it's true. So it is best for, if individuals want to create a small movie about it, or it can even be a government-funded project, who knows, and turn it into a movie, the history of Barbados, something like that. It will really be great. One example that comes to mind when I think about something that is not true, that was put in a movie format, and people now believe that that is how things were, is the whole story of, I don't know if you know this famous movie that came out, Woman King, and how there were those female warriors and how everything happened in that film. It's not true. It's incorrect. If you research about the place that that movie was talking about and you see what really happened in history, you'll find out that the movie depiction was not reality. But of course, it is easier to create a movie about something that is not true and have a whole bunch of people believe it because it is cool and it is popular or whatever, than to do proper research and document the truth and have people believe the truth, right? So eventually, somebody is going to make a movie about Barbados or a video about Barbados, and anything the person puts in it is going to be the reality of things for most people in Barbados and outside Barbados. So there are many books that have already been written, but realistically, people don't just read as much as they used to anymore. So instead of complaining about it, we can adapt certain systems to cater to the people who are never going to read Barbados history, but still need to know about Barbados history, especially Bajans. Okay, what is the difference between a ZR van and just a van, a bus that is not ZR? One of the ways you can know is the lines by the side of the bus. You're going to see a reddish line. But more importantly, the license plate is going to say ZR, right? It's not going to start from a P. It's not going to start from M or X or S or whatever. It's always going to start from ZR. And that is actually why they are given the name ZR buses. So it's not just any white bus you see in Barbados that you stop and say, oh, can you take me here? Can you take me there? It's only ZR buses. So we are reaching this very interesting intersection. If you go towards your right hand side, you're going to be going, I think that leads to the coastline side that will eventually take you towards Hastings and then on towards Oystins. But we are going to go straight. We are not turning right. We are going to go straight. And this should take us towards Wildy. And then at Wildy, we're going to turn left and go towards Skymall. I made a video of myself walking from Wildy. I think it's called Wildy actually, but let's call it Wildy. I made a video of myself walking from Wildy to Sheraton, and in that video I did a lot of history, talking about the history of Barbados, or some of the things that people didn't know are part of Barbados history at all. And interestingly, there were a few people that actually learned something new. Few Bajans that learned something new from that video. And that made me very happy, because when I first started making this video, it was to learn more about the country and about the people and about the culture and traditions and everything. And now we have come so far in Barbados, in the Barbados Walker YouTube channel, and with your help, many of you that are commenting and are teaching me new things and telling me things that I should look up and stuff like that, we have come so far that we are able to say things about Barbados that even Bajans didn't know, and they are learning something new. I think eventually, because when I first started, I told you guys I'm not an expert on Barbados. I'm learning, and I'm telling you what I'm learning so that you can correct me if I'm wrong and help me with the right thing. But I think eventually we will get to the point here on Barbados Walker that in a history class or in a public policy class or whatever, in a university or in a secondary school, when they're teaching something about the country, the teacher can actually say, let's watch this video on the Barbados Walker and learn more about what happened in 1925 or something like that in Barbados. And I think when we get to that point, it's going to be a really interesting feeling, because it just shows the power of deliberate effort and consistency in doing something well. When you put in deliberate effort, things look nice. So all of you who are here now, we are, last time I checked, we are around 1,400 and I think 30 people on the channel. So you guys who are here in the beginning, when we get to 5,000, hopefully this year, when we get to 10,000, when we get to all these nice numbers, it will be really nice to look back on these days and say, oh, there was a time when this channel was just one dude walking around and videoing himself walking around, sometimes playing music, sometimes not playing music. And now he has really come so far that he has become a reliable source of information for both Bajans and people who are visiting the island. That would be a very nice thing to achieve. And I didn't tell you guys this probably, but part of my motivation for doing this channel was that when I was moving to Barbados, getting ready to move to Barbados, I did a lot of research on Barbados, because you have to know, right? Is it a safe place? Is there racism? Is the price good? Is like random things that will affect your daily life. And I found a lot of information, from people who had come here for vacation and stuff like that. But I noticed that there was a distinct lack of high quality content about day-to-day living. Like what does inside the shop in Bridgetown look like? What does the street at Bridgetown look like? If you look at some countries that you want to travel to, like Dubai or South Korea or Japan, and you want those kind of videos, you can see thousands of videos where they're walking down the street, entering different shops, day in the life, what I bought, how much it was, so many different kind of videos. And you can live in Dubai before you move to Dubai, and it's accurate what you find there. But when I was coming to Barbados, well, you have Google Maps. you can use the Google Maps Street View. You can use the information you find on the official Barbados website, and some reviews from tourists. But then again, you know that tourists are only going to be interested in touristy places. If you're coming to Barbados for 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, you're not looking for a random street in Bridgetown. You want to go to the best place. You want to make the best use of your time. Go to the best, most scenic and photogenic places on the island. So you'll see 1,001 reviews of Oyston's fish fry, and 1,001 reviews of the caves, and 1,001 reviews of all the beaches, but very few pictures or mentions or videos of anything else in Barbados. And that was part of the reason why I decided to start this channel. This is one of the few times I do not like in Barbados, when it starts raining. This is even like normal, what I would consider normal, simple rain. But when you get to the hurricane season in Barbados, and then we go from, okay, there's occasionally light showers and mostly sunlight, because I love sunlight, to every single day for multiple hours a day, you just be seeing rain and rain and more rain and some more, even more rain and even some more rain. During that time, it's just very, very, very hard. The sun doesn't come out. You don't have nice walks. You don't have fun on the beach. You're mostly thinking about, when will this hurricane season pass? And do I have everything I need to be safe during the hurricane season, for emergencies or something like that? That's the only thing that is in your mind. And most times you just stay indoors and you're working and watching movies and working and watching movies. And then you gain weight. And then you start doing push-ups and sit-ups and squats, trying to lose the weight again. And then you're just sad. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating this thing. I want you guys to tell me what your experience hurricane season is. Because I've been in the Caribbean for over 10 years now. I haven't been in Barbados that long, but I've been in the Caribbean for that long. And during the hurricane season in the Caribbean, it's basically the same in every Caribbean nation. It's just clouds and rain and random thunderstorms, and then heavy winds, then more clouds and more rain. And it's really, really just meh. It's not the cliche island vibes that you expect when you see all the beautiful pictures online. Let's stay in this lane because we're almost at Skymall. At this point, I think any of you watching my videos that have watched my videos long enough know this region of Barbados, because we have come at it from the right hand side, we have come at it from this side, I think twice now, and I have walked from Wildy to Sheraton showing you this side. So many of you are starting to piece together parts of Barbados. You say, okay, if you come from Wildy and you take a left, if you're coming from Bridgetown, go through Wildy, you take a left, and you're coming down this hill, you're going to meet the statue. At the statue you have Bossa, the African slave who led the first revolution in 1816 and then later became a national hero of Barbados. That is a very powerful statue right there. Very powerful statue. It's courage, right? Because nobody has ever done it in Barbados before him. So you're thinking, boy, I could die for true. Or as Bajans would say, really and truly, I could dead. He could dead. But he still had the courage because he had the vision. And that is what matters. When you want something bad enough, even if it looks like everything is against you, push for it. Push for it. And when you push for it, you get it. Usually, you get it. Because most people are not pushing as hard as you, right? Most people do the bare minimum and they are fine with that. So the moment you push for more than the bare minimum, you usually get what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached Skymall. Skymall. It's a very nice mall in this region. And it has a very nice big parking lot. One of the problems with the malls in Bridgetown, which is probably why I haven't recorded many videos there, is that when you go there, it's no parking, right? You have to park somewhere in Bridgetown and then you walk to the mall. So, but Skymall has very nice parking. Many of the, or all of the masses have very nice parking. So it encourages people to actually come here to the shop specifically to buy something. So we're just going to make a turn around and head on back. So this is the entire video. Thank you guys for watching. I'ma head out, I'ma go back, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.